you know, I could almost get to like this car. I mean, it's another mid-sizer going for that $30,000, $35,000 market. But it's got a bit of muscle, a bit of beef. It even looks bigger than most of the competitors. Some nice flowing wheel arches to give it a nice dominant rear-wheel drive presence, and of course, a big bold grille. But unlike some of those weedy cars with names like Subaru, Honda and Mazda, this one is straight from the US of A. That's because this is a Dodge. And that's the whole point of this car, the Dodge Avenger. Dodge says you won't be embarrassed driving this car. It's all about being a little bit different, unique, more muscular. Whoa! I'll tell you what though, any points at one for its exterior styling, which, hey, I'll agree, it's not too embarrassing from the outside, but whatever you do, don't bring any mates in here, because this, frankly, is, well, embarrassing. The quality's just really average. There'd be Tonka toys out there with more attention to detail than this. And quality, oh my God, what is that? Gaps everywhere. Everything seems to move and is flexible and flimsy, and just things don't match up. And where they've tried to go a bit upmarket with materials like the chrome rings and the chrome finishes, it just doesn't work. It looks like cheap plastic, which it is. And then you start the engine. Doesn't quite match that muscular exterior, does it? Yes, don't be fooled by all that nice, big, muscular styling outside. You see, the Avenger's only got a pretty modest 2.4 litre four-cylinder engine. Makes 125 kilowatts of power, apparently. That doesn't feel like 125 kilowatts, I've got to be honest. And listen to the sound. It sounds like a taxi. Then again, if I don't rev it too much, keep the engine nice and quiet, then everyone out there will never know that I'm not exactly in a powerful car. And I don't have to be embarrassed after all. Through corners too, I probably wouldn't bank on making a really fast getaway in the Avenger. You see, apart from the fact that the tyres aren't exactly overwhelmed with grip, the whole body just feels sort of floppy and uncomposed. A bit off-putting, really. And then there's the bumps, which, well, aren't exactly the Avenger's best mate. Listen really carefully. Can you hear all that rumbling and thumping and general bumping? Apart from the fact it's really off-putting, it's also really bad and really annoying. And the car's not that smooth either. Besides, these seats have about as much support as a park bench. They are absolutely useless. Change lane, just slip out of them. But I have worked out a pretty nifty way to get rid of all that unwanted sound. Check this. That's actually not a bad sound system. Trust the Americans to make something big and loud and beefy. And that's where the Avenger starts to win a few points back. There's some really sort of nifty little things inside the cabin, as well as a fair rack of features, things like 6 airbags as standard and an electronic stability system. Check this out. I've got a cooled glove box. I can put about 3 or 4 drinks in there, keep them nice and chilled. And of course it's called the chill zone, or a heated and cooled cup holder, so I can go from 2 degrees all the way up to 60 degrees. Not bad. All that's not enough. This car, I wouldn't have my mates in here, I'd be too embarrassed, so sorry. You see, that's the problem with the Avenger. It actually looks pretty good in the pictures, but to drive it's pretty average, and the quality's appalling. It's embarrassing in a lot of ways. This is actually the best thing you can do with it. Park it, look at it, show your mates, and walk away.